Thank you, Ms. Bonamici. Ms. Stefanik, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
President Schill, the ADL released its report card for universities' responses to anti-Semitism, and you're aware that Northwestern was the only university whose grade was downgraded, correct?
Yes, I am aware of that.
And isn't it also true that the Northwestern earned an F for your failure to respond and combat anti-Semitism, and they called for your resignation? Is that correct?
I have great respect for the ADL.
I'm not asking your respect for the ADL. I'm asking, is it a fact that you earned an F and they called for your resignation?
I have great respect for the ADL. I am sad that they gave Northwestern
But
an
it's
F.
true. You got an F. Yes. Moving on. Let me tell you why you earned an F. I want to discuss what has been referred to as the Deering-Meadows Agreement, your unilateral capitulation to the pro-Hamas, anti-Israel, anti-Semitic encampment. But let's talk about what has occurred on this encampment. Isn't it true that a Jewish Northwestern student was assaulted?
So I want to question the premise of your question.
No. I'm asking the questions. You're answering. Wasn't it true?
No. It is not a capitulation.
I'm asking the question. You're required to answer. Isn't it true that a Jewish Northwestern student was assaulted?
There are allegations that a Jewish student was assaulted. We are investigating those allegations.
Isn't it true that a Jewish student was verbally harassed and stalked to Hillel?
There are allegations of that sort, and we are investigating them.
Isn't it true that a Jewish student wearing a yarmulke was spat on?
All of these are allegations that are being investigated.
How long are these investigations going to occur?
Well, if you remember, the encampment was up just a few weeks ago. So we believe at Northwestern in due process. We believe in investigations. We believe.
So when are the investigations going to be finalized?
I'm not going to be able to tell you that. They'll be finalized when the Conduct Office and the Title VI Office, which are well on this issue.
This is why you've earned an F. Isn't it true that a Jewish student was told to, quote, go back to Germany and get gassed, end quote?
I've heard that alleged. Again, it is being investigated. We will investigate any claim of discrimination or harassment.
But it is a fact. You said that there have been 0 suspensions, 0 expulsions.
Thus far, with lots of investigations on their way.
You said something that was very important. You said we did not give in to demands, but the commitments we made as part of the Deering-Meadows Agreement. You said the word commitments. Let me talk about those commitments. One of those commitments was funding 2 visiting Palestinian faculty for 2 years. Is that true?
This is part of a program that we have had. We have used it with Afghanistan, Ukraine. It's for war-torn
But isn't it true? I'm asking
countries.
you. Okay. The other one is you will fund the full cost for 5 Palestinian undergrads.
That is also part of the program sponsored by our Buffett Institute. It is not a new program. It exists for people whose education and research has been interrupted.
It was announced as part of the Deering-Meadows Agreement. Is that correct?
It was it was a goal set forth in the Deering-Meadows Agreement. It will also include people from Israel.
Who was consulted when you embarked on the Deering-Meadows Agreement? Was the President's Advisory Committee on Preventing Anti-Semitism and Hate consulted?
That was not within the purview of the anti-Semitism and other forms of hate committee.
Was Northwestern's Board of Trustees consulted?
The chair of our board was consulted.
But not the entire Board of Trustees?
Our Board of Trustees has over 120 members.
And isn't it a fact that members of the Board of Trustees expressed dissatisfaction with your failure to consult them?
There's been some members of our Board of Trustees who have expressed dissatisfaction that they were not part of the decision-making.
Did you consult with the General Counsel of Northwestern or an outside counsel on the Deering-Meadows Agreement before it was agreed to?
Yes.
Are you aware that board members asked you this question and you said that you had not
Not
consulted?
the outside counsel. The general counsel of the university was part of my team managing this problem.
Did you consult with 2 members of the advisory committee that I referenced previously, the anti-Israel professor Jessica Winiger and the Kellogg professor Noor Katili? Were they consulted on the Deering-Meadows Agreement?
I consulted with several members, including them, but also including the Hillel director, and also including the
Let's
chair
talk about
of
the Hillel
committee.
director consultation. Isn't it true that you asked the Hillel director whether it was possible to hire an anti-Zionist Hillel, head of Hillel, rabbi?
I did not. I absolutely did not. I would never hire anyone based upon their views of being Zionist or anti-Zionist. That is not what I do. That's not what
That's
a great
not according to the
university
whistleblowers
does.
that have come forward to this committee.
Ms.
I can't say
Stefanik, your
who has
time
talked
has
to you or not
expired.
talked to you, but I can tell you
I can assure you
the
many people
truth.
have spoke to this committee.
Thank you.